Welcome back to Where I Long to Be, a magical trip report podcast. My name is Virginia, and I am your host. Before we get started, I just wanted to give you a heads up that there will be no new episode on December 1st, which is the Monday after Thanksgiving. I will be traveling to North Carolina to spend Thanksgiving with my sister and her family, so I'm going to take that week off from posting. Next week, you can look forward to another trip report before my week off for the holiday. On today's show, I am welcoming back Allie after her October 29th through November 9th trip to Orlando. She and her husband Brian were staying at All Star Sports for one night before transferring over to Wilderness Lodge's Copper Creek Resort, which is one of the DVC contracts they own, for the remainder of the trip. They had plans to attend Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and also planned to pop over to Stella Nova for one night to attend Halloween Horror Nights and experience Epic Universe for the first time. In the second half of the trip, they were lucky enough to have tickets to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and to Jollywood Nights. What a fun idea to be there to watch the transition from Halloween to Christmas. That should have you caught up, so we'll dive right in. If you like what you hear, please make sure to rate or review the show on the podcast platform of your choice or directly through my website, which is whereilongtobepodcast.com. And now, let's get this party started. Here's Allie. Welcome back, Allie.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back.
Thank you for coming back. I mean, after 2 weeks there, it must be very tempting to just be like, no, this is where we live now.
Oh, I know. It was the longest we've ever been there, and that's kind of how it felt, honestly.
Yeah.
I've never been there that long, and it was exciting.
How was the weather for you? Because I noticed that people who are posting today in particular seem like they're pretty bundled up.
So the first couple of days were cooler. I don't want to say cold because they really weren't. They were the Halloween party. I wore a jacket, put it that way. And so it was I think it was like 50 degrees. And then after that, the weather became absolutely perfect. It's literally perfect. I think the lows were in the mid 60s and the highs were in the mid 80s. So,
yeah, I think they're back down to 50 today because
yeah.
I saw people wearing actual puffy coats and hats. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
I have
crazy.
been there for weather like that, and it's so odd because
Mhm.
everything you're looking at, palm trees and a place that you normally would go and be like, wow, it's the temperature on the sun. I'm sure that this is the same. It's so weird to be there when it feels that chilly because I think you don't know until you've been there for it exactly how cold it can get there.
It does. And I mean, I'm from New England.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a stranger to cold weather,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been in Florida in January, and it's been 30 degrees, and it feels colder there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like it. I would prefer, and maybe I'm the opposite. I actually don't mind the summer in Orlando. I know it's hot. You know what I mean? You know what
Mm-hmm.
to expect. And
Yeah.
you know to expect the storm almost the same time every day.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you get into like November, December, January, the weather is so unpredictable.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and it can be even within one day, it can
Mhm.
change. So you will go and you'll be like, "Man, it's a little hot." And then by the time, you're winding down for the day, you're wishing you had a coat with you.
Yep.
So, I agree. I don't mind the heat. The heat never bothered me anyway, as
Yeah.
Elsa's opposite once
Yep.
said.
Yep.
um yeah, because you know what to expect, and you have to kind of work with what you've got air conditioning that you duck into, you strategize in terms of like going to a show or going and sitting in a restaurant and things like that to
Mhm.
keep cool. But with the cold, I don't know, I feel like people end up spending more money because they don't expect it, and then suddenly
Mhm.
they're buying hoodies and things.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, this is a nice big long trip, so let's get into all the details. So you flew down on Wednesday, October 29th, and we're staying one night at All Star Sports. So how was your travel, and how was your one night at All Star Sports?
Travel was totally fine, no delays. We arrived in Orlando at 10:45, and our room was ready when we got down, and we just kind of went straight to All Star Sports. I like All Star Sports. It's my favorite All Star. And this trip, even though I was only there one night, it kind of solidified it for me. I don't know what it is about All Star Sports that I like about. I just like the way it's laid out. I enjoyed it.
Which section were you
We were in
in?
the hoops section.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I've stayed in every section still. I actually requested the baseball section because it's the only one I hadn't stayed in, but they gave me the hoops and I wasn't going to bother changing it. So,
Yeah.
but
Well, you can't get a home run every time.
no, you cannot. Not in the home run section. But yeah, we arrived. It was fine. We went to a Nomad Lounge when we got there. I oh my god, I love Nomad Lounge.
I mean, if you
It,
don't love Nomad Lounge, I question if there's something wrong with you.
Same. I mean, how can you not like it? I love sitting outside. We were sitting out on the deck and we got the bread service, and it was just such a vibe. It was just awesome. And that day when we came in to the park, we actually got to Nomad Lounge, no wait, literally joined the walk up wait list immediately. And then from there, Navi River Journey at 4:30 was a walk on. And this was a
Nice.
night that it was a Moonlight Magic night, which I didn't sign up for it. For our DVC members. So there was extra people in the park for, you know, being there late at night, but I just could not believe Navi River Journey was a walk on. Flight of Passage was a 15-minute wait. So we rode
Wow.
those, went right on, like literally did 3 rides between the 4:30 and close at 6. We did Navi River, Flight of Passage, and Safari.
What time was it closing for regular guests who were not attending Moonlight
6
Magic?
p.m.
Okay, so like normal. And how late
Hmm.
did the Moonlight Magic go?
I don't know. They're usually like 3 hours,
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
think.
thinking. It's kind of an earlier time to be celebrating Moonlight Magic.
Yeah, it
Um,
was it was definitely different.
you had the Jen's tattoo at
I
Nomad
did.
Lounge because
It
you
is so
tagged me.
good.
This was your first time, right?
Yeah, I had never got the Jen's tattoo. I always just kind of got, whatever drink kind of sparked my fancy when I got there. And for some reason, I just had never got the Jen's tattoo. But the Jen's
Hmm.
tattoo is my favorite. And what is that flower? Like,
It's a
you're right.
hibiscus
It's
flower.
it's like a gummy though.
It's
Like
nature's gummy candy. It's so
it's
good.
so good. It's so good. So yeah, we just did that, and then we ended up heading back to the hotel. We had been up since 3:30 because we had to catch
Hmm.
a flight, an early flight. So we just kind of went back to the hotel, and we were in bed by like 8:30.
Yeah. I
So
love that though. I mean, it's so nice to be able to just crash and relax and not feel like you have to get out and go, go, go. Especially, on your arrival day.
yep,
All right, Thursday, October 30th, you were moving over to Wilderness Lodge. And I cannot remember if I asked you if you were doing Copper Creek or Boulder Ridge.
Copper Creek.
Okay.
Yeah, we
All
own
right.
at Copper Creek. So
Yeah, me too.
um,
Where was your room located for Copper Creek?
we're always on the side facing the pool. So
Mm-hmm.
we've stayed 4 times in the last 5 years. And every single time we're either on the first floor or the fourth floor, and we're always on the side facing the pool.
Facing the main pool?
Yeah, the main pool. And
Okay.
not that I mind, I like that. It's just funny
Mm-hmm.
because it's like we always get almost the exact same room, like just a few doors down,
Mm-hmm.
one way or another. So I get
Yeah,
a
I've
kick out of that
I've
one.
stayed on both sides, and it is significantly quieter on the Boulder Ridge pool side than the Copper Creek pool side. Um,
Yeah, I love Copper Creek. It's
Me
just such a
too.
great resort. And I
Yeah.
I hate first floor rooms except for like at All Stars or Pop
Mm-hmm.
Century or whatever. I
Yeah.
typically don't like first floor rooms, but at Copper Creek, if you get tucked in the corners where you don't have like the main traffic
Mm-hmm.
areas walking by you, they're so convenient because you
Mm-hmm.
can just like slip out because they have a bunch of side doors that you wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
expect at Copper Creek that you can like slip out and go to Roaring Fork or to Geyser Point or the backside on Boulder Ridge to the buses.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes it really convenient.
And when you say first floor, you mean the true first floor,
Hmm.
not the
Not the
lobby
lobby.
level, which is second
Yeah.
floor. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the true first floor.
And you were in a studio?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Um, all right. What else did you do this day? I think you had Epcot plans.
Yeah, we were going to go to Epcot. So I think before we got in our room, we went to Epcot because our room wasn't ready till after 4, which is typical.
Right.
Um, so we went to Epcot and we did the is it Gazos of the Galaxy for the dumplings?
Oh, gyozas of the
Gyozo.
galaxy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we did the whatever the seafood one is. I can't remember the name off the top
Yeah,
of
I
my
don't
head.
remember what that one's called.
And we got those things, like we got the dumplings and then we got the seafood pot pie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the seafood pot pie and the crab cake were just okay. I thought the dumplings were really good, but we actually got them right when they opened, so that might be why.
Oh, okay.
Um, so they were good. I mean, they were one of the better things I had at the festival this year, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. So
Oh, Coastal
we,
Eats. I am just
that's it.
noticing. I wrote it down in my notes that you wanted to go to Coastal Eats.
Yeah. So we good job.
Well, not a
So
great job. I just discovered it 2 minutes later. It's okay. It's okay. It's been a long day.
so we got those things and we ate those and then we kind of just went to Creations, hung out. I think we
Mm-hmm.
rode Figment. And then I wanted to kind of sit down in the Mexico area, but since they kind of want you to order something, I ordered a margarita at like La Cantina.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
And
mean,
then we
if
just
you
sat at a
must.
table. I know. It twist my arm.
What
So
flavor margarita did you get?
I like is it the top shelf or one or
Mm-hmm.
it's just the one on the rocks. I don't really like
Yeah.
the frozen ones.
Yeah, I'm more of an on the rocks person. But I do love that avocado margarita that you can get down in La Cava.
Yeah.
But for the cantina and whatever the margarita stand is called, which I think it's called like margaritas something.
Yeah.
They have one that is cucumber flavored, I think. And that
Ooh.
one is really good.
I don't think I've ever noticed that. I definitely haven't tried it. I would like that one, I think.
Yeah, and it's an on the rocks one. So, I mean, if somebody walked up to me with a free frozen margarita, I would take it. But
No, no,
it's not going to be the choice I make if I have to choose between that and on the rocks. How long did you end up staying in Epcot?
Till about probably 2:30. And
Mm-hmm.
then we decided to head back to the resort and then we kind of just went to Geyser Point, not like in the restaurant part, but just outside of Geyser Point.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got a quick drink to go. Um, and then waited for our room and we got our room around 4. And you know what I find interesting? Every time that we go to Copper Creek, the I always check it online. I don't think it really makes a difference, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I usually get the room text and I never have gotten it at Wilderness Lodge of all the times.
Really?
Never. And
Huh.
every time I go up there, I say, "Hey, I know it's only I think I went up at like 4:30 or somewhere it was just out it wasn't too far after." I said, "I know it could be early, but I'm just curious." I said, "I never get the text." And she's like, "Yeah, your room's been ready for a while." I'm like, "Okay." So,
Hmm. But you get every other room
yeah,
text, so
everyone.
that is bizarre.
Everyone. So, I don't know. I don't know what my luck is with Copper
Hmm.
Creek, but
I mean, you
so
should go up there and be like, "Don't you know who I am?
I'm an owner.
I am an owner at Copper Creek."
Oh God, I know. Sometimes I think that's interesting about DVC people when they say stuff like that. But
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah,
never
yeah,
get it. Never
yeah.
get it. But so finally got it. So we had the one of the newly renovated rooms, and I'll be honest, this
Mhm.
is the first time we've been in a shower. You know how you can get the shower or the
Yes.
tub?
Yeah.
So we typically get the tub, and not for any reason other than I think it's the first one when you pick
Mm,
it, when you go through the DVC website,
got
like
it.
it will say like pick your
Yeah.
room. I think it's just tub is first.
I
So
think
this
you're right
time,
because I always pick the walk-in shower.
do you?
Mhm.
So that bathroom, or at least the room we were in, was so much smaller. where the
Really?
tub, where the shower is and the toilet
Mm-hmm.
is, I would say at least, and I know it doesn't sound like a lot, like a foot and a half smaller
Hmm.
than the tub. And because I was counting the tiles, because they're 18-inch tiles, and I'm like counting the like how big this is because it just felt
Mm-hmm.
like more cramped.
There's
So
also
just
I find a lot of variety in the sizes of the studios because they have some that are in sort of the corner of the building that are
that's where we
bigger.
were. Well, we
Um,
weren't in the outer corner. We were like in the inner corner.
okay. No, I'm talking about, like the corner where it becomes the main part of the building.
Yes.
There are some over there that are like an L-shaped studio. So I don't know if the bathroom is smaller, but the room part of it feels bigger.
Bigger. Have you been in one of those? I've been wanting one
I've
of those
I've
rooms
seen one
forever.
online, but I have
Okay.
never gotten assigned one myself. I've requested one, like literally down to the, how you can do on like touring
Yeah,
plans
on
and
touring
the
plans, yeah.
exact room. I'm like, I would
Mhm.
like room whatever number it is, and it just hasn't come through, but that's fine.
Yeah. So interesting though is that I don't feel like the room feels a lot different other than it has
Mhm.
the Murphy bed,
Mhm.
but that Murphy bed has a foam mattress on it, which is absolute craziness in my opinion.
Hmm.
The All-Star Sports does not have a foam mattress on their Murphy bed. Why does Copper Creek have a foam mattress on the Murphy bed?
Does it feel like a cot or something?
No, it's when you pull it, it's like the same, it's a thick foam mattress. It's not like a really thin one, but
Mhm.
it's not like a Tempur-Pedic. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So when I went to pull it down, um, I noticed that the mattress got caught in the
Oh, and
wall.
the back part of it, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "That's weird." And I went to pull it, and I was like, "Oh no, this is a foam mattress."
Is it because it was so lightweight it was sliding back?
Yeah,
Huh.
and it's hard as a rock.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's not as
awful.
bad as the pull-out sofa,
Mhm.
but it's why, Disney? Why?
Why? Yeah. No, that's why I really disliked the pirate rooms over at Caribbean Beach before they
Yeah.
renovated those because those beds had a foam mattress and it to me it felt like a camping cot or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
So I don't
This
know
to
which
be
is worse, to have coils from a couch, a pull-out couch bed, or to have that sort of mattress. Which is the lesser evil? I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. I will it to be fair, it was a thick foam mattress. It was like a 12-inch or
Mhm.
8-inch or whatever. It wasn't like the thinner ones, but it
Mhm.
still was not comfortable, and
Hmm.
I don't know. It just kind of like made me a little sad.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, but
That's so hard, Allie,
I
on your
know it's
2-week
so
vacation.
hard. So hard. So, heck,
Keep
cuz
you keep you in my prayers.
my husband and I, we sleep like if we're in a studio, we sleep in separate beds. It's our vacation, man. Like
Oh,
we
Charles and
we
I have done that.
oh yeah. We've been married 23 years. Like this is like
Yeah.
time to sleep like a starfish.
Oh,
So,
exactly, exactly. I'm right there with you.
but after that we had a 8:30 reservation at Boathouse, and
Mhm.
we went over to Disney Springs. It was busy, but it was Thursday night at Disney Springs. So,
Mhm.
it was busy, but Boathouse, we had a good dinner. I love Boathouse, so,
Mhm. It's nice. Did you
um,
get one of those rubber ducky drinks?
I didn't this time, but we ended up going back to the Boathouse.
They're so
So,
cute, very photogenic, those drinks.
yes, and they're sweet, but it's kinda like blue raspberry, and it
Mhm.
it tastes like a
It's
blue
really
raspberry
sweet.
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I had made a note that you were going to be trying on this day to get into the virtual queue to be able to go to a Zootopia preview. Did you end up trying
yes.
for that, and were you successful?
We went to the Zootopia preview on November 2nd,
Okay.
so we
But
got
did you
in.
have to get into the
Yep.
queue on this
Yeah, it was
Thursday,
so
the
easy.
30th? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was so easy.
Okay. I wonder, was it easy because they had limited spots, or are people just not excited about the Zootopia
I don't know.
experience?
It's a little bit of both, maybe.
Hmm. Yeah.
It wasn't busy when we went.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert. So,
Now I'm interested to see it, but I also recognize that it's probably going to be very similar to the Bugs Life
Mhm.
thing. So, all right, Friday, October 31st, Halloween. You
Yes.
had plans to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party that night, but before then, you were going to be doing some resort time and I think some ghoulish beignets. So, how did this day end up panning out?
We pretty much did exactly that. We went to the Magic Kingdom around 10 a.m., grabbed the bus to French Quarter, and I think we split a lunch at French Quarter. We got like the beef po' boy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We split a lot of meals this trip, and it's so funny because we wanted to eat so much, like between the parties and food and wine, and we by the end of the trip we just couldn't eat anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I have
but
been there.
yeah, you have such big eyes when you're home,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get there and it's like, oh, I
Yep.
can't put one more thing inside me. So yeah, we had lunch there. We split, and then we got the ghoulish beignets. Those were so good. And
I still
I
haven't
don't know
had
what I
them.
expected. They're so, and even my husband liked them, and he's not like a huge sweets guy. Like
Mm-hmm.
he he doesn't really like the regular beignets. He thinks they're good, but like
He's
he
not
doesn't rate
obsessed
them
with them.
top tier. But
Hmm.
he really liked the ghoulish ones. He was like, these are so surprisingly good. He said maybe my
Mm-hmm.
expectations were just low, but they were good.
They're sort of Oreo flavored. Is that right?
Yeah, and they've got this like frosting stuff on them with like basically Oreo cookie dust. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, it just works. It looks almost too sweet when you're looking at it or too much, but it just works. So, I don't
Okay.
know.
One
Very
day
good.
I will try them. So after that, did you head over to the party?
No, I think we went back to the resort for a little bit because it was probably around 1.
Oh, okay. It
Um,
was early.
yeah, it was so 1 or 1:30, and then we went back to the resort. We headed to Magic Kingdom around 5:40 that night for the
Mm-hmm.
party. Um, which was so perfect because it was just starting to get dark out. Like it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't dark, but it was, becoming like, I don't know, sunset or something, and
Mm-hmm.
no lines to go in. And then when you walk through that alleyway in the back, it was, I don't want to say it was empty, but it was like a perfect kind of like you just went through it and you got to enjoy like, um, it was Cruella when we were there. And then you had the DJ and just the different entertainment through the alley. So that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as the party's concerned, we just I think we ended up riding like the People Mover. We rode Pirates. We got the skull cake over in at lunching the lunching pad. That was
Mm-hmm.
terrible. It was
Really?
cold. And when I say cold, I don't know, maybe they just took it out of the freezer or something. But
Oh,
it
like
was
tasted like it
terrible.
wasn't supposed to be that cold.
Right. And it
Hmm.
just didn't taste good at all. So I
Hmm.
mean, it was just not good. And then we ended up over at Pirates, and then we kind of just walked around, and then the first parade came by and we were kind of slipping behind the parade in
Mm-hmm.
Liberty Square. And I noticed the headless horseman stops in Liberty Square and like turns the pumpkin head
Uh-huh.
from side to side, and like the horse sits there in like this stance, like I don't it was just really cool looking.
Mm.
And I've never watched the parade from there, so it was just kind of interesting.
Being
Um,
up in the Northeast, have you ever been to the real Sleepy Hollow?
no.
Oh, you should do it one year. It's
Yeah, I
fun.
know I
Yeah.
should. I
Yeah, it's a
should. I
lot of
just
fun.
never went. So, I don't know. We trick or treated at this year. The trick or treat spots were so good because they all had characters.
Mm.
Like Country Bears had the Country Bears inside.
Yeah.
Golden Horseshoe had the Haunted Mansion, the
That's
Hitchhiking
nice because then you can
Ghosts.
kind of like get two things done at one time.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's not like a true character stop, but like you go by and they're kind of doing something fun.
Mm-hmm.
The princess one had the evil queen, and I can't remember who else. I don't know. It's just cool. And then even at Philhar Magic, they had Donald Duck. I
Oh,
don't know. It was
fun.
just nice. It just like gave extra ambiance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and then we went back to Main Street, watched the fireworks. I usually watch it from the back of Main Street by the
Mm-hmm.
confectionery. Um, And then we went into the confectionery and got the popcorn. The
Mhm.
I had never got that before, so
Did you wait in the regular line or
I
did
did
you
because it
take
was
the
empty.
shortcut? Okay.
I
Okay.
I knew the shortcut because you I had heard it on your podcast, but it was the line. Literally, there was only one person in front of me, so I was like, "Well, I'll
Mhm.
just go and wait in line." So that was so good.
For anybody who does not know the shortcut, just really quickly, if you wait in line like where you go to buy caramel apples, they have forms that the cast member will fill out and check off the toppings that you want, and they will just make it right there. So it's a super easy way to get your custom popcorn without having to wait in the regular popcorn line, should you need to. What were your topping choices?
I got white chocolate and Twix.
Okay.
I think I got M&Ms too on the first one, and then the second one I omitted the M&Ms.
On the second, oh wait, did you get two at
Yeah.
one time or you came back another
No,
day?
I came back a different day.
You like to do double dipping when you're
Yeah,
in Disney.
for sure.
Okay, did you see the stage show at the party?
I didn't. I've never watched the stage show at the party,
Mhm.
and there's not really a reason why. I just never really catch it.
Mhm.
And then by the time the parade's over, I always want to kind of get out before the crowds.
Mhm.
So then I just kind of leave and never catch it. So maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Are you a Hocus Pocus fan or no?
Not really.
Okay. All right. I
Not
feel like
really.
if people who are fans are probably more likely to see the show just because of the Sanderson sisters.
That's true.
Perhaps. Perhaps. I asked you if you'd been to Sleepy Hollow. Now I have to ask you, have you ever been to Salem?
Oh, yes. Yes. I only live like 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes from Salem. And
Mhm.
I've been to back when I was younger, like 20, 21. I went to
Mhm.
Salem on Halloween,
Oh,
and
fun.
that's crazy. It
Yeah,
didn't
I
used to
bet.
be, it's always been crazy on Halloween, but now it's like crazy for 2 months.
No, I really, really have been meaning to get back. I've only been once, and it was when I was doing a production of The Crucible, and a bunch of people
Ooh,
in the cast, we all went to Salem to see the actual locations and everything. And it was so cool. I would love to go back and take Alex.
yeah, we went on field trips as kids for the
Oh
whole
yeah.
like Salem Witch Museum, and which is
Mm-hmm.
in Danvers, not in Salem. But
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah.
Very cool. All right. What else did you do at the party, and what time did you end up leaving to head back to the resort?
We just watched the parade, and what we usually stand right by Tony's Town Square restaurant.
Mhm.
And then, as soon as the last float comes, we just head straight out.
Mhm.
And we just have such luck with the transportation when we do that. So, yeah, we right after the parade, we just headed straight to the boat. And that is such a game changer when you're leaving those parties and you can get straight on that boat from Wilderness Lodge because you don't have to do any of the cross, like
Mhm.
worrying about going across the monorail traffic or across the ferry traffic. You just go straight to the boat.
Right. And with the monorail, you potentially, even if people are not there for the party, could still have some traffic from people who are trying to
Mm,
use the monorail who were not even at the party. Maybe
yep.
they're at Contemporary and they come back over, so it can be a little bit of a mess. I love the boat. I think that it is a solid form of transportation, and you have to wait for it sometimes, but you have to wait for the monorail sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, as someone I've stayed at all the monorail resorts multiple times,
Mhm.
and I've stayed at them during parties season. So whether it's Halloween or Christmas, and that monorail on party nights can be insane.
Mhm. Yeah.
Just because people are going to like you said, they get out of the park early if they're not going to the party, and then they go to the resorts, and then you have just such a traffic problem on the
Mhm.
monorail
Yeah.
during party season. So I like the boat, but yeah,
Saturday, November 1st, you were having brunch at the Grand Floridian and then had thought about doing a monorail crawl. Speaking of the monorail, what
we
did you end up doing
did.
that day?
Well, we did go to the Grand Floridian. We had brunch. I love
Mhm.
brunch at the Grand Floridian Cafe.
I think they have shrimp and grits there.
We didn't get them, but we ended up getting them at the boathouse later on.
Oh,
So But yeah, we went to the Grand Floridian Cafe. I think we both got lunch this day, just
Hmm.
ironically. Um, and then we went to Magic Kingdom because my husband was convinced there was going to be Christmas decorations, which I told him there wasn't, but he doesn't believe me. So we went and all the Halloween stuff was completely cleaned up, but absolutely no Christmas. So
I think it takes them a couple of days to
it
get Christmas going.
so we just checked that out, and then um we really just walked around. We went and got a coffee, and then I think we headed back to Wilderness Lodge. Um, and we just kind of hung out at the resort. We went to Geyser Point for dinner.
Hmm.
And we had a pretty good partial fireworks view um, from our balcony. So, and okay, you might know this. Do do you remember them playing Happily Ever After on the grounds of Wilderness Lodge? Like in the horseshoe, you can hear it while the fireworks are going.
Hmm. I don't. I don't recall.
Okay, so I never remember hearing the music,
Hmm.
right? I, but they play the music loud now to where you can
Interesting.
hear it from your balcony, like to the point where it makes the partial view very enjoyable.
Hmm.
Where you can hear, because even at like the Grand Floridian from your balcony, unless you're like right up by the quick service, you can't hear the music.
Yeah.
Um, so I thought that was really cool that they played
Mm.
it.
I hardly ever have had a partial view of fireworks from Copper Creek. I don't know if I'm what I'm doing wrong.
I'll be honest, I never really noticed it. So the first time we ever stayed at Wilderness Lodge years ago, we stayed, well, it was before Copper Creek existed and we were just at the hotel. We stayed on the other side, which at the
Hmm.
time was a standard view room.
Hmm.
So, and we had a full fireworks view. And this was, it just happened to be on grad night. So they were lighting off fireworks at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my word.
And and it was a great view, but like my son was really young at the time, and I just remember thinking like I had no idea we were that close to the fireworks at Wilderness Lodge.
Hmm.
And then never really noticed them until this trip, and we could really see them coming up over the building. I mean, obviously you can't see the low stuff, but
Hmm.
we really had it was definitely partial, don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, but
Right.
it was a pretty good view
Hmm.
for maybe I just didn't have any expectation for it.
Were you able to see the electrical water pageant from your balcony?
No, because it's kind of, if we had kind of stretched way over the balcony,
Hmm.
maybe,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, no,
If
I
you
don't
were
think it
Mrs.
was.
Incredible,
Yeah,
perhaps you could have seen it.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right. Sunday, November 2nd was actually a Universal Studios day. And I literally, like 10 minutes before I came to sit down at my computer, saw the story you posted, or not a story, your TikTok on being a Disney versus the Universal person and using the trend of the
yeah,
Four Non Blondes
yeah,
song, which PS is my go-to karaoke song.
good to know.
So, how was your Universal Studios day? Because you popped over there and actually stayed the night
Mm-hmm.
at Stellanova.
Yep. So we started the day with the Zootopia preview at 9,
Oh,
um,
okay.
which I think we were going to try for Saturday, but I ended up trying for Sunday when I
Mhm.
talked to you.
Mhm.
So we kind of popped over to Animal Kingdom in the morning. It was cute. Like you said, there really wasn't a lot of changes. They kind of
Mhm.
just put a couple of new props in. The movie's
Mhm.
better. It's less scary for kids,
That's
you
good.
know.
Lots of
um,
screaming children before.
yeah. Well, come on. There's like spiders coming out of the ceiling
Mhm.
and like the bad grasshopper guy. I don't know.
Well, and adults,
So
I would think, with bug phobias, probably it was also an issue for
I
them
used
too.
to stand up when the ants or whatever crawl because I can't take that. But
Mm.
it
Mhm.
was cute. But like I think Animal Kingdom needs more, so I don't think
Yes.
any extra to Animal Kingdom's a bad idea.
Especially for the younger set.
I think we need more of those kind of family type show situations that can be fun. I
Mhm.
think I mean I know a lot of new parents aren't into the playground thing, but when my son was young, every park had a big playground.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Animal Kingdom needs a playground. And I know they had the Boneyard and now they got rid of it, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the Boneyard, that was a tough playground.
I hope that they replace it with something.
I do
I
too.
mean, I will say the thing that I did like about the Boneyard, back when I was the parent of a younger child, is that there's one entry point and one exit point. It
Yep.
is like one way
So
in and one
easy.
way out. And so you could sit back, and if your child was old enough to climb on things themselves, you could sit back and just kind of like watch them from afar and not be so on top of them to make sure that they're not running off.
Yep.
Which I appreciated because, it gives you a little bit of a break.
Yeah, just have a minute. I used to like the Honey I Shrunk the Kids playground.
Mm,
I mean, my son was young when that was still there, and that had one entry, one exit, and he used to just kind of go up this one slide constantly.
uh-huh.
So
Yeah, you just watch
you
them
just
on a
sit there
loop.
and he's just on this loop of the slide, and it was just such a good thing. So
Oh,
I don't know. I hope
I
they
wish
replace
they
it.
still had that because I only got to go to it once, and it was the first time I ever went to Disney World as a teenager, and I just remember going and seeing it. And of course, I was too big
Yeah,
to do everything there, but I loved that movie growing up, so it was just really cool to see
me
it.
too. Me too.
Yeah.
I love that movie, and honestly, it had a lot of weird props.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Especially for kids like my son who I don't think ever saw the movie. You know
Mm,
what I mean? Like it didn't,
yeah.
but it had a lot of really cute things like the slide for little kids, but the props were kind of for the bigger kids. Like
Uh-huh.
they could climb on the ant by themselves and they could climb where like my son was young at the time, so he would just do like the film slide,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a diverse playground
Yeah.
and it was all kind of visible.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked it for that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we went there, and then we went to the Isle of Java, which is right next to Flame Tree Barbecue,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a Vietnamese coffee there, which I've never
Uh-huh.
got before. It's so good.
My friend Jeanette, I think, loves those. And so I've tasted one that she's gotten. It is very good.
So I got that. That was the first time I got it, so I was kind of excited about that. And then after that, we just left. We were headed over to Universal. We were staying at Stella Nova.
Mm-hmm.
So we just grabbed a like an overnight bag because we
Mm-hmm.
actually kept our room at Wilderness or Copper Creek because we had made the room 11 months out and this was kind of a last minute add on.
Mm-hmm.
So we just kept the room there, which was so helpful, honestly. It was worth the 11 points.
When you're paying with points, it's kind of
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's
Oh, if I was paying cash,
understandable.
there's no way I would have done it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But to leave your stuff and know you're coming back and it's your home base and everything.
Yeah.
Tell me what you thought of Stella Nova.
It was so pretty. I mean, it's basically brand new. I think it's less than a year old.
Mm-hmm.
And Universal does such a good job with their value resorts. Like they're so pretty and they're so clean and they're kind of well set up. But I don't know, as a Disney person, and I like Universal, don't get me wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
it just has a different feeling. Like it's a nicer hotel than Pop Century. It is.
Yeah.
There's nothing, you would be silly to say that it's not, but it doesn't have the
Mm-hmm.
same feeling. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't feel the same way. So, but I like how their ceilings are really high in their rooms. So even though the rooms are smaller,
Mm-hmm.
they don't feel as small because the ceilings are so high.
Hmm. Okay.
So,
You were just going into the main Universal Studios park this day. Is that
yes.
right?
Yep, because we had Halloween Horror Nights that night.
Yeah, and you were doing Stay and Scream,
Yes.
which please enlighten me as to exactly what Stay and Scream means.
So all Stay and Scream is if you have an annual pass or a day ticket, or you can pay for it. But typically, it's people with annual passes or day tickets to the park that day. They can get into, or they can stay in the
Mm-hmm.
Universal Studios and line up for the haunted houses before everybody else can,
Oh, okay.
and purchase the food. And some of the haunted houses open before Halloween Horror Nights even opens.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically, it kind of gives you an hour before everybody gets in there
Mm-hmm.
to figure out, what you want to do and to start working through things. And I
Mm-hmm.
will say, if you're going to do Halloween Horror Nights and you have the ability to do Stay and Scream, do Stay and Scream.
Mm-hmm.
Because we went on the last night, and it
Mm-hmm.
was after Halloween. And the haunted house lines are 2 hours plus
Wow.
for every house.
Hmm.
And I don't know. It's crazy. So I don't know. The Stay and Scream, we did two houses in the park had only been open for about 15 minutes. So it does
It
really make a
it pays off.
difference. Hmm.
How many houses did you go into total?
Two.
Oh, those were the two that you got.
Those were the only one because
Okay.
I'm just not gonna wait in a line for that
Okay.
long.
What were the theme for both of those?
We did the Wyatt sixth one, um,
I don't even know what that
and
is.
did that because it was one of the early opening ones,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one was, I think it was Friday Night at Freddy's, which the line was already well over an hour, even
Mm-hmm.
with Stay and Scream. So
Yeah.
we just kind of picked the shortest line,
Uh-huh.
um,
Hmm.
and it was. I don't think I'm the right audience for Halloween Horror Nights. So
Do, are you somebody who's bothered by people jumping out and jump scaring
you
you?
usually, yeah, I hate jump scares. So that's why I say it's not that I think.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of walked around with constant anxiety the whole night. So,
Uh-huh.
but it was fine. It was
Mm-hmm.
fine. But
So what did you do
we
with the
did,
rest of your party time?
we got some of the food, and then the food lines are insane.
Mm,
Like, I mean, again, I just could not get over how busy it was, which I know everybody tells you it is, right? Like you
mm-hmm.
watch the videos. And so we got a few of the snacks. We got the drink cup, so I got a few drinks. Like as you walk around, you can get it refilled for, I think it was like $13 if you buy the cup for 18,
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we got a few snacks. We did Diagon Alley, which that alone was worth it. That was
Oh,
so cool
you
because they
had the
had like,
Death Eaters?
yes, saw the Death
Ooh,
Eaters,
cool.
and then saw them fighting with
Mm-hmm.
or battling with other people that were park goers. And
Mm-hmm.
then they had, it was just dark, and they had the fog
Mm-hmm.
in Diagon Alley. It just looked so creepy. It was really cool.
Ooh,
So
I'd like to see
honestly,
that.
that was worth it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and at night, it's just, I think I've only been in Diagon Alley once at night,
Mm-hmm.
and it just, the feeling because of the Death Eaters, and it was spooky, and there was just really less people in there, so it was
Mm-hmm.
kind of nice.
You know what I
um
would pay extra money for is a party that was limited number of people and was only for Harry Potter.
yes,
So a couple hours where you know that you're going to be able to go to the Harry Potter sections of each of the three parks with very easy access to all of the attractions. And I don't even need anything else in any of the parks to be open. I just want to go and see that at night.
I would pay for that too. That would be really cool. It
Yeah.
would be really cool. So yeah, and then we did went through all the scare zones. They have, I think there's four different scare zones.
Mhm.
Um, and some of them are kind of funny,
Yeah.
scary, and some of them are kind of gory, scary, I guess.
Mhm.
So, and to be honest, I don't know. We were just, I just couldn't get over the amount. Like everything was a significant wait. Like to get the food was a significant wait. To get in the haunted houses was a significant wait. And
Mhm.
this isn't a complaint. It's truly just an observation. Like, so we just kind
Mhm.
of called it at like 10:30 and left.
Did you do anything in the park before the party started, or did you just show up at the time where you would have started waiting in lines for Stay and Scream?
We didn't do any rides. We ended up getting, we split a meal at the Simpsons food court. Honestly, the only reason was because it was all that was open,
Mm, okay.
which that was another weird thing about Universal, or at least this night. I felt like everything was closed before the park even closed, getting ready for Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, so if you're I was going to use the word normal guest, but like a non-party going guest, you're kind of missing out because things are shutting down before.
Right. I think the rides were
Okay.
all open, but like a lot of the food was not open. The snacks weren't, they weren't serving snacks. Like
Mm-hmm.
even if they were open, like we went to the stand where you can get the jacket potato, and they're like, all we have is bags of chips. And it's like, well, okay.
Okay. All right.
Um,
That's interesting. Very different from your Mickey's Not So Scary
yeah,
experience.
it was fun to see, but I don't think we'll
Mm-hmm.
be back.
The following day on November 3rd, you were going to be going over to Epic Universe for the first time during the day. So tell me your thoughts on that.
So I did early entry.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not an early entry person. And I
No,
hear a
you're
lot of people
not. You're
at
probably
all.
the least early entry person that I know.
And people are like, "Oh, it's because you're an annual pass holder." And part of it is, right? I don't feel like I have to get my money's worth out of it. But I've never really been like a park open to park closed kind of person either.
Mm-hmm.
But so I did early entry at Epic because everybody's like, "You got to do it. You got to do it." That's terrible. It's
Mm,
terrible. It's like you get in this pen and you wait to get in, and then their ticketing system's awesome because it's all facial recognition.
mm-hmm.
And since I had paid for a day ticket, so the reason I use the annual pass example is because I actually paid a regular day ticket price
Okay.
for this park, and then you have
Because
to
you
go
have to,
through.
right?
Yep, you
Because
can't
it's
get it
not
part of
included
your
at
annual.
this time. Yeah.
Correct. And then you go into the like where the arch is of Epic Universe, and then you're held there for a while, and then they like kind of I don't want to say they release the rope, but they then let you go, and then it's the stampede of
Mm,
people, everybody going to Super Nintendo World.
interesting. Okay.
And they only have two worlds open, so they have Super Nintendo World, and this day it was Dark Universe, which are on
Mm-hmm.
the same side of Epic Universe. So you're stuck with this stampede all the way to Super Nintendo World, and then all of a sudden it's like the crowd just stops there, and then you have to fight your way through the crowd to go to we went to Dark Universe.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I will say Dark Universe was empty.
Did you do the rides there?
Yeah, so we did Monsters Unchained. That ride is awesome.
Mm,
I was worried about it because the Harry Potter ride, um, the one in Hogwarts Castle, has a
mm-hmm.
similar ride vehicle. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that ride makes me so sick.
Okay.
Um,
And
so I
this
was
one did
worried about
not?
Monsters Unchained, but this one does not because it doesn't have all the screens like
Oh,
up in
it's
your face.
it's more physical props?
It's a lot of animatronics. And when I say animatronics, Virginia, these are amazing
Ooh.
animatronics. These are huge. They move so fluidly, and the ride brings you through a story of a battle between Dracula and Frankenstein, or Victoria Frankenstein, or whatever exactly who's fighting it. But the car kind of lays you back and it moves you around and it's showing you different things, and you kind of bound. There are some screens to it, but it's not in the same. It doesn't present in the same way as the other ride does.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have any motion problems, and neither did my husband. Brian loved it. It was
Mm-hmm.
such a good ride, such a good ride.
Cool. I love those classic monsters too. So I'm looking forward to getting the chance to try that one.
Yeah, that's a great ride. And so, like that ride, the wait time, Epic Universe was so busy this day, and I couldn't really quite figure it out. And then I figured it out. It was Jersey Week,
Uh-huh.
and I've heard lore of Jersey Week being part of the Disney, but I've never been.
Mm-hmm.
It's so unbelievably busy,
Mm-hmm.
like so unbelievably busy.
Hmm.
Um, so anyway, Monsters Unchained, the wait for most all the way through lunch was only 15 minutes. The whole like, and then after lunch it got, but every other ride in the park was like a 2 hour wait.
Oh my goodness. Ugh.
So, and then I rode Course of the Werewolf, which was like a spinning roller coaster. It was fine, but I really wouldn't wait more than like 30 minutes for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be like the first time you ever rode it 30 minutes.
Did you make it over to Celestial Park? Because you were aiming to do that as well.
Yep, we did Celestial, and that's beautiful. I mean, it's so
Mm-hmm.
big and open and beautiful, and they did such a good job with that part of the park. We ate at
Mm-hmm.
Pizza Moon, which seriously, it is the best theme park pizza. And honestly, it's probably one of my top five pizzas that I've ever had. And I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
it was really good pizza. I couldn't believe it. So
Hmm.
I was impressed with Pizza Moon
Hmm.
for definitely Florida pizza. It was crazy. Uh, so, but it was so good. And then we went over to Isle of Burke. Isle of Burke is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like the movie. I don't love the movies, but they did a really good job with that area. It's very well themed. The artwork is great. The whole area is really filled properly. Like it has three rides and a playground and a lot of food, and
Mm-hmm.
it just did a really good job with that part. The Harry Potter area is beautiful, but I mean, there's only the Harry Potter, that ride, which the wait was 2.5 hours the entire time we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we went through the ministry, like you can walk through the ministry. That's awesome. They
Mm-hmm.
did such a good, every time, just Universal just knocks it out of the park with this theming.
They have
Um,
some kind of express pass you can buy just for Epic, right? But it's super
yes.
expensive.
Yeah, it was like more than the price of the ticket. So,
Mm.
and plus I really just wanted to see the park too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, I've never been in it. I wanted to get my bearings. I wanted to see what I could see. I didn't really want to wait in line the whole time. And I'm okay with not riding rides,
Mm-hmm.
to a point, like when I just go through and experience it.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the show over in the Isle of Burke, the How to Train Your Dragon. That was a great show. The
Mm-hmm.
animatronic like flies over the audience.
Oh, cool.
Um, so it's a really good show. They did a good job with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Wizarding France is really cool, but the thing that's different about it is, you know how like in Hogsmeade and even a lot of Diagon Alley, you can go in a lot of the shops.
Uh-huh.
These don't have, there's really not a lot of shops you can go in there.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of wand stuff though. So if you're into the wand work things, there's a lot of interactive, really cool. And then Super Nintendo World is insanely chaotic.
Mm.
Everything is making a different sound. Everything is a different color on every side of the color wheel, and your eyes are like going in all different directions.
Were you a Nintendo
So,
person as a kid?
not really. No.
Okay.
I could never beat the game, and I was never good at it, so I just wasn't. I could see where if you were a huge fan, it would be cool, and I could see if you were really into playing like the theme park games, it would be really
Mm-hmm.
cool. But it was just so unbelievably busy in there. And the way that
Yeah.
it's set up is that you have like an upstairs and then you have like a downstairs, and it was just packed. It was
Mm-hmm.
absolutely packed. So,
Hmm.
um, Donkey Kong World was pretty cool, but it was packed. But it's kind of off. You kind of walk through Super Nintendo World and then to the back. So it was, I don't know, very overstimulating is a
Yeah.
good,
That's what I've heard. So,
yeah,
um, yeah, I hope that I who knows when it will calm down. Like when does a new park calm down and start becoming more quote unquote normal in terms of what you could expect for wait times? Because don't get me wrong, I'm super excited to see this park. We're planning on going next summer, but I don't really want to wait in super long lines like that. And I also don't want to pay what $1,000 extra so that
yeah,
we can have the express pass.
yeah. And you can't even get it from staying in the hotel like you can
Right.
over at the other park. So
Right, which
I
is
don't
my
know.
always my go-to is stay in one of the deluxe hotels so that I can have express pass included.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
mm,
Hopefully it'll work itself out. Honestly, if I had gone with my son
mhm.
and where I known he would have really wanted to ride all the rides, and because my husband will ride some, but some he won't.
Yeah.
Some I don't like to ride, like, I don't know, it just didn't seem worth it for us. But if I was going with like somebody that I knew would ride them, because sometimes I'll ride rides I typically wouldn't with my son, just because,
Uh-huh.
maybe I would have splurged if it was like a one-time thing.
Sure.
But
Hmm.
for me, it's not worth it.
You were planning to stay until dark specifically so you could see the park at night. What was that like?
It was so beautiful. I mean, this park is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I think it needs more. Like, it
Mhm.
needs more rides or smaller experiences that will maybe like disperse the crowd a little more.
Mhm.
Um, but it's so beautiful. Like, the way that it lights up is just gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, Molly was talking about Molly, who's been on the show before. My friend was talking about the fountain show and how pretty
Hmm.
that was.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I caught that. We actually went to the Blue Dragon, which is the restaurant kind of next to Helios.
Mhm.
It was a last minute, like, we just said, you know what, we kind of want to sit down and have dinner.
Mhm.
Because we had just been snacking. We had Pizza Moon for like an early lunch, but we just kind of ate a little pizza. So we decided to have a meal,
Mhm.
and Blue Dragon was delicious.
Mhm.
It was expensive, but it's theme park food, so
Sure.
um, it was expected. But yeah, it then we got out and it was dark, and we watched the fountain show. It's just gorgeous. It does kind of like remind me of a Las Vegas situation.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
the way the Helios Hotel looks, and then not in a bad way, but just
Mhm.
it's just different.
Tuesday, November 4th, you were back at Wilderness Lodge after you were done
Yes,
with your epic day. And I think this was primarily a day of rest for you.
yes,
Did you get some
uh,
rest?
yes. We ended up just going to Magic Kingdom that morning, and all the Christmas decorations were out at that point.
Mhm.
So we went to the Magic Kingdom, came back to the room, and then I think that night we had an Oga's reservation. So
Mhm.
we had dinner at Ale and Compass,
Mhm.
um, which I like that restaurant. And then we went to Oga's for an 8 p.m. reservation.
And this was
Um,
your first time at Oga's, right?
yep, never
Okay.
been.
So, what did you think?
It was cool. I don't know if I need to go every time.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, wasn't my favorite lounge, but it was fun. Maybe if I knew a little more about Star Wars, it would have been
Mhm.
more interesting. Um, but yeah, it was fun. The drinks are kind of fun. I think Brian ended up getting the like a juice, not even a drink. That
Mhm.
was so good. It was like a mocktail.
Mhm.
Tasted really good. And I think I got the fuzzy tauntaun, the one that makes your tongue
Yeah,
go
everything
numb.
go numb. Yeah.
Yeah, which is weird, but it
It
was
is.
fun.
I don't love that feeling. So I had it once when Oga's had first opened, and then I was like, okay, I'm done with that. But they have some really good drinks on the menu. So,
Yeah, I'll
uh,
have to try a different one. I mean, it was fine, but I had to get that one because that's the one everybody talks about.
oh, sure.
So
Yeah.
we kind of split that one, and then we split the juice kind of
Mm-hmm.
between us. But it was good, and it was
Mm-hmm.
fun, and we kind of dashed out of the park trying to get in front of the Phantasmic crowd
Mm-hmm.
um, to the buses. So that was kind of a real easy day, mostly resort time and a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of Olga's.
Yeah. And when you said you went to the Magic Kingdom, you were primarily just kind of taking in the decorations, right?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
We didn't
Yeah.
really do anything.
I'm only clarifying for the audience who heard me say, "You have a rest day plan," and you said, "Yes, it was a rest day," and then you immediately said, "We went to Magic Kingdom." I knew what you meant, but for
Yeah,
those who
most
don't
people just don't go to the Magic Kingdom.
for those who don't speak Alley, um, this was a rest day for her, even though it sounds like it was not.
Yeah, yeah, we
All
just
right.
popped in.
Wednesday, November the 5th, you had a Geo 82 reservation on
Yeah,
this
so
day.
our official, like, this was our lounge tour trip. So
Mhm.
we pretty much went to every in-park lounge, or at least the popular ones.
Mhm.
Um, So we had been to GO82 one other time. So this wasn't our first time,
Mm-hmm.
but I love GO82. I think it's really nice. I don't really love the drinks, like their specialty drinks, but it is a full bar. You can get whatever you want. But every one that I've got is just kind of, I don't know, meh for what the
Meh.
price, you
Yeah,
know?
that's what I was gonna say is the prices are a little bit higher there, so,
Yeah.
it kind of would need to feel extra special or to me be a more special occasion to want to make that a regular stop.
Yeah. It's expensive. The vibe is great. You know, you go in the room, it's beautiful.
Mhm,
Um, but I just wish the specialty drinks were better.
mhm,
Or just more maybe at least one that maybe was more of my speed, and I just can never find one I like there, but it's totally fine. Brian loves the flatbread, the fungi flatbread.
mhm, hmm.
He says it's delicious. It's literally like his favorite thing to eat at Epcot.
Oh, wow, okay.
He likes that. I'm not a huge fan, but we did get that and we enjoyed it. So, and then it was extended evening hours at Animal Kingdom this night,
Mhm.
and that was a mistake.
Oh, okay. Why was it a
That
mistake?
packed
Ugh,
wall to wall people. And this was another part of Jersey Week. Like when people tell you it's busy and you think like, "Oh, it's only one state. How busy can it be?" It's busy. Like it's unbelievably busy.
hmm,
Like unexpectedly busy. So don't
mhm,
people are not lying
mhm.
when they say that it's busy.
Yeah, I don't think I've been down during Jersey Week. Of course, I hear about it all the time, but I don't think I've ever been down at this particular time of the year.
I I hadn't either, and I've heard of it, and it's just something it just never worked out with my schedule, like, because, you know, I had a kid in school and it just wasn't
Mhm,
we didn't have that time off. And I used to hear about it all the time, like, especially, like, back in the Disboard days, it was, like, a big deal.
yeah,
People talked about it all the time, and I thought, "Oh, I mean, I'm sure it's busy, but," you know,
right.
because you think of New Jersey, it's a small state, you know? Nothing
Yes.
against New Jersey. I nothing. It's just hilarious to think like how packed it can
Yeah.
be.
They pack a lot of people into that small state,
Yeah. It's
so
just so when people say it, they're not lying. But yeah, it was wall to wall people. So I just went through Pandora and got some really good pictures and video of
mhm.
um at night because it's just such a shame that it's always closed when it's dark.
I know, I know. Ugh,
So but we had a really good night like a few nights before,
mhm.
the week before at Animal Kingdom at night, so
Right. So it made up
it
for
was
it.
fine.
Did you do anything else after the extended evening hours were over, or you just headed back to your room?
No, we just headed back to the resort.
Okay.
I think we had drinks on the balcony, and we caught the
Oh,
fireworks again. We watched the fireworks almost every night from the balcony,
that
and
is
we had
lovely.
drinks on the balcony, so that was nice.
I love that. Thursday, November the 6th, you had a Beacon Barrel reservation.
Yes, we did.
So continuing the lounge tour.
Yeah,
How
the
was that?
lounge tour. It was good. So I've been in that area. My son did the Pirates League back when
Mhm.
that was a thing, and it's funny because the space is the same,
Mhm.
but obviously there's tables and a bar, right? But like it has like the same rooms and a
Right.
lot of them look similar. I mean, maybe it's just my memory, but it was decorated like a pirate
Uh-huh.
thing. So it was interesting. It's definitely like an Instagrammy bar, you know,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
that's what the purpose of this is. It's super hyper themey.
Mhm.
I got a margarita and and the the server was like, "You're what do you want?" I was like, "Can I get the margarita?" He's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Okay, the margarita." Like he wouldn't let me just order it, which is fine. I'm not trying to be like a spoil like a I don't know, like a spoil sport or anything, but it was just
Uh-huh.
hilarious because I just wasn't connecting, you
Uh-huh.
know. So it was fun, and it was fun. The food didn't really appeal to me.
Mhm.
Um, So we didn't get any food, but we got drinks, but they tell you like 5 times the time. And so
Mhm.
you only have 45 minutes. You only have 45 minutes. And it's
Mhm.
like, okay, I got it. I got it. I promise. I'm not going to stay late.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they used to be that way at Oga's too until people got used to it and it had been open for a while. So I am guessing that they'll chill out a little bit on the you have 45-minute announcements.
yeah, I hope they do because not that I'm honestly, we weren't even there for 45 minutes.
Right.
But it was just like up front, like they tell you when you come in, they're like, you only have 45 minutes. And then your server comes by and goes, you only have 45 minutes. And, it's just
Mhm.
like, and then he comes by again and do you want another drink? You only have 45 minutes. And it's like, okay, I got it.
Mhm. It's like you're taking the fun out of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like settle down. It's okay. So yeah, it was fun. It was very themey, very,
Mhm.
very, very themey. Um, there was a lot of seating though, like a lot more seating than Oga's.
Mhm.
So we had a seat. We were against the wall, but we did have seats. Um, but I feel like Oga's is almost all standing except for like a few seats.
Yes, that is correct. You were going to be going to some Magic Kingdom area resorts this day. That's what I've written in my notes. If you ended up doing that, were the gingerbread houses up by that point?
Well, so we actually never made it to the Contemporary, and the gingerbread house at Grand Floridian's not there this year.
Oh,
Um,
it's not?
eh, no, because they were doing the construction for the bar, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's coming back. And if it's coming back, it's not going to be where it was. I don't know where
Really?
it would fit.
Okay. Huh.
Um, So they did say it's not officially. They did say it's not coming this year.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I saw pictures, of course, of the new bar, and I think you had posted some video footage. I don't have a total sense of how much space that takes up in the lobby.
yeah, it's not a ton of space because it's kind of where the old birdcage was. It's a lot
Mhm.
bigger, but the
Mhm.
way they have so we were trying to figure out like where are they going to put the big tree
Mhm.
because the big tree is kind of like right where the bar is.
Mhm.
Like it's off to the side a little bit, but it won't fit because they have the
Right.
piano like right where the big tree would be. So then
Uh-huh.
they'd have to if they're going to go with the tree, you have the chandeliers that come down, which is
Maybe
the
they'll
reason the
just do
tree
a
was in the
lot
middle.
maybe they'll just do a lot more smaller to medium-sized trees instead of one giant tree.
Yeah. I mean,
Who
I
knows?
love the gingerbread house, don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
but I also hate what the gingerbread house does to the lobby at the Grand Floridian. Like,
Agreed, agreed. And I
it,
don't think it needs to be that big. I like, say, like over at Beach Club
mhm,
or Boardwalk where they have other things like a carousel and, things like that made out of gingerbread. I
mhm.
like the smaller scale things. I don't need a literal gingerbread house where people are standing inside it serving gingerbread.
Yeah. Yeah, and it just the line they put the cattle line around
Right.
it and
That's the thing
it
is where's
just
the traffic flow go?
correct. It just takes away from it. So,
Yeah.
but this we actually didn't do the monorail this day. We ended up
Mhm.
back at the Wilderness Lodge and we did Territory Lounge this day.
Oh, I love Territory Lounge.
And I got the is it the Nature's Bounty or the Orchard's Bounty
Yes,
or
Orchard Bounty. The
yeah,
Orchard Bounty,
that
yeah.
so good, so
Yeah,
good.
love it.
And then we had Geyser Point for dinner,
Mhm,
and I got the salad, Brian got the burger. And then we decided for dessert we were going to go over to Crockett's Tavern.
mhm. Over at Fort
At
Wilderness.
Yep, and they
Mhm,
had a buttermilk pie, which I didn't really know what that was, but it's like a custard pie. But it
right.
had like fresh fruit on it and like fresh homemade whipped cream on it. It
Ooh,
was it was really good. So huge fan. And then we split the moonshine flight and then we just came back to the resort.
that sounds like a great day to me.
Yeah, so it was perfect. It was definitely perfect.
All right, Friday, November 7th. Now we're fully into the holiday spirit here because you had a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party this night. So what did you do with your day? And then tell us how the party was.
So the day we took the bus to Hollywood Studios, but we were getting on the Skyliner so we'd go to the Riviera.
Mhm,
Um, went to Le Petit Cafe.
mhm.
Okay, so they changed the cups there.
Okay.
So they have two different, you know how it was always one size before.
Uh-huh.
You can get a smaller size. They're like, do you want a small or a large? And I said, oh, give me a small. And they said, well, the cup doesn't have a lid. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I didn't really think about it.
Uh-huh.
And it's like these tiny little plastic cups
Huh.
they give you. So no lid on the cup. So, I
Wait,
don't
no
think they let
lid
you
on the
take those
cup
on the
regardless of whether you select small or large?
correct. Like I think large has a lid. So if
Okay.
you want to get the coffee and get on the Skyliner,
Mm-hmm.
get the large.
Okay. That is bizarre.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, I thought so too. And then we got the raspberry brioche
Ooh.
pastry. That's so
Mm-hmm.
good.
That I
Um,
haven't had that one yet because like a devotee to the banana bread.
I know. I was too. And then we got the raspberry brioche our last trip there, and
Uh-huh.
it's just so different.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
try
we
it next
tried that.
time.
It's pretty good. And then we went to Epcot. Um, and we were gonna try to do some more food booths, but we were kind of at the point where like we were having trouble eating at this point.
Yeah.
Like we got the wrap from Morocco
Mm-hmm.
and the Belgium braised beef, which honestly, the only reason we got is because we were sitting at the Tangerine Cafe and we had the perfect seats,
Mm-hmm.
and we were looking at the Belgium booth, and we're like, should we just get it since we're here? But
Mm-hmm.
we literally between the two of us, we had the raspberry brioche like by the time we got it was like an hour before this. We couldn't even split those little tiny sample things,
Mm-hmm.
like just like oh God.
When you
Um,
hit your limit, you hit your limit.
yeah, and it was just a lot. So we just kind of we at that point where we were gonna do more food and wine, but
Mm-hmm.
we kind of called it on that. Uh, we wanted to be able to eat at the Christmas party because we had like some of the food picked out that we wanted to try. So we just kind of walked through Epcot and we ended up taking the bus back, and
Mm-hmm.
then we were at the resort for a while, and then we headed to the Christmas party around I think like five
Mm-hmm.
5 o'clock. We went over to the Christmas party, and we did try the turkey burger at Cosmic
Mm-hmm.
Rays. That was surprisingly good. So I
Okay.
had very low expectations,
Mm-hmm.
but it was surprisingly good. We split it, and then we tried the flatbread over at Pinocchio's. I had ordered the fried ravioli and the flatbread. I had mobile ordered it way in advance, and then we had done some other things at the party. Like we had walked back and looked okay, the Christmas party at Magic Kingdom this year was so well decorated. They
Mm.
have more decorations at Magic Kingdom this year than they have ever
Oh,
had.
I heard this that they decorated back beyond the hub where normally they
Yes.
would kind of stop at the castle.
There was decorations everywhere. There was decorations in Fantasyland. There was decorations in Storybook Circus. There was
Mm-hmm.
decorations like just randomly around the park. There was like random trees that were just
Mm-hmm.
there. I mean, I don't know if I we've been going during the Christmas season for years, but specifically every year for the past 6 years. This is the
Mm-hmm.
most decorated I've seen the Magic Kingdom. It was
Yeah.
gorgeous.
I love that. I would have loved to have seen that. Mm.
It's gorgeous. So very impressed. But then we ended up getting the Pinocchio's food, and our order I'd marked, we are here, and it was taking like 30 minutes. I went in. Well, they had run out of the ravioli, so they gave us the pumpkin ravioli from the Halloween party
Mm-hmm.
and put red sauce on it.
Hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah.
We couldn't even eat it. We had like one ravioli and like one slice of the pizza, and we just called it on food that night. We're like, you know what? We really wanted to try this food, but we just can't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I love the Christmas party. I love the cook. Like this year they did, so they had like a pretzel on the cookie trail. They
Mm-hmm.
had like just different treats this year. I don't know. The energy at the Christmas party this year was the best energy that I've felt. I mean, in the past, I don't know, since it came back after COVID. It was
Okay.
just, and maybe because it was the first party. So,
Maybe. Yeah. People are
but
still excited.
the energy was great,
Mm-hmm.
people always say like, oh, the vloggers ruin it or whatever. I didn't even see any.
Mm-hmm.
I saw like two vloggers there the whole night. So
Mm-hmm.
don't let that stop you if you're just happen to be there on the first night.
Did you end up seeing the stage show for the Christmas party?
No.
Okay. What about the
No.
parade?
We did see the parade. That's my favorite parade.
Mhm.
Like we saw the fireworks. I love the fireworks. I
Mhm.
love the fireworks too because it's mostly fireworks. There's some projections, but it doesn't depend heavily on the projections.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, we saw the fireworks. We watched the parade from the same spot, and then we kind of left as the last float came around, which was like
Mhm.
11:45, kind of the same situation.
So Saturday, November 8th, you actually had tickets to Jollywood Nights. So I guess, if there's anything you want to note that you did during the day, I would love to hear it. But I really specifically want to know your comparison between Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and Jollywood Nights. I know they're both very different, but given how highly you're talking about the Christmas party this year, how did Jollywood Nights compare? Did it have a chance?
Mm. Here's the thing, I wanna love Jollywood Nights, like, it seems like my vibe, right? It
Mhm.
seems like, we're adults, we enjoy cocktails, we enjoy snacks.
Mhm.
I love Hollywood Studios at night. I love Hollywood Studios Christmas. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, all the things, but it just always falls flat for me.
Mhm.
Like, the food is just never very good. We had a few of the snacks. They just were not like the meatball was really dry and the burrito tacos were not good. I didn't think they were good.
Mhm.
Um, and it's just like, and the drinks there was a lot of similar drinks, a lot of just gin drinks.
Mhm.
Um, which is fine, but like it's almost like they had like the same drink kind of throughout the park. It
Okay.
wasn't different drinks wherever you went. I mean, they did have
Mhm.
some different drinks. I don't know, it just fell flat, and maybe it was because it's the end of my trip and maybe I was tired. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So take that into account, and we did a lot, like, we did the show, we did um, the Tip Top Lounge,
Mhm.
we went into Tune and Lounge, um, we watched the Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam,
Mhm.
um I don't know. It's almost like it's like missing something, but I don't know what that is
Mhm.
for
Yeah,
me.
it
So,
sounds like I feel like I agree with you that all these pieces of it seem like something I would love. Now, I've never done Jollywood Nights yet, but all the pieces sort of line up. But I have to say, when I think about the two different holiday parties, I am more inclined to say that I'd be more excited to go to Mickey's Very Merry. I don't know. It just
yeah,
seems like it has better vibes.
it does. And I hate to say that because, like, I like to enjoy a cocktail. And
Mhm.
obviously, Very Merry, that's just not something that's
Mhm.
there. And I like that. Like, I'm not a huge stage show person.
Mhm.
Obviously, I'm not, when I'm at the parties, I typically don't do the rides. Sometimes we'll jump on a ride here or there, but so it's not about that. I don't know. It's just like there's something missing for me, and I want it to work so badly. This is my second one that I've been to. So
Mhm.
I've only been to two, and admittedly, the first one was like in the first group of them on the first year they did it.
Mhm.
So, and this one, like, there was no waiting. Like, we got right in. There was no crazy food lines. There was no crazy, lines to get drinks. There was none of that chaos that was in that
Mhm.
first year. But it just, I don't know. I don't know what it needs. I wish I could say I liked it better. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked it.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you're asking which one I liked better, it's definitely Very Merry.
Mhm. So that brings us to Sunday, November 9th, which was only 2 days ago.
Yeah,
Your departure day. Did everything go okay with your return flight, given all of the issues that are happening right now with TSA?
it really did. So we made a couple of moves. So my husband travels a lot for work
Mhm.
and he flies in and out of Logan a lot. And he said we were supposed to fly out of into Logan just because
Mhm.
of flight times are more convenient for us for Logan, even though we flew out of Manchester, New Hampshire. Um, and he kind of caught, like, a few weeks ago, he said, listen, there's a lot of construction going on at Logan. Every time I'm flying into Logan, I'm getting delayed, and they're stalling planes going in and out of Logan because of construction. He says, let's switch it to Manchester last second. And I think that was the key, because Manchester, while MCO was an airport that had to reduce flights, Manchester was not. So they canceled a lot, and Boston was an airport that had to reduce flights. There was a lot of flights that were canceled to Boston, so they packed our flight to Manchester. And TSA wasn't a problem at all. We were in Terminal C, and the line wasn't bad at all. We were delayed an hour on the runway because there was a line of planes waiting to take off, but that wasn't that bad. I mean, considering all of the other people and some of the videos I saw.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we had an hour delay. That's it.
Okay. That's good. And, I have to ask you, when are you heading back?
So we are heading back. Our next trip is, we're doing a long weekend in December, and it's going to be an off-site because we're using points. And we're staying at Flamingo Crossing.
Cool.
So
okay.
It'll be something different. That's our next one. And then our next DVC stay is in January. We're staying at Bay Lake.
Oh, okay. Remind me, have you stayed at Bay Lake since they renovated rooms?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah. I stayed there pre-renovation, and that's the only time I've stayed at Bay Lake. And I did not want to stay there again until after they did something about the rooms. They just so desperately needed to be freshened up. They just felt so old.
And I'll be honest, Bay Lake Tower is my least favorite studio, like the actual room. It's got terrible storage. It's bizarre with the kitchen thing.
Oh my God,
and
the
the
kitchen
extra, and
is
it was,
huge for a studio. It makes no sense.
yeah, exactly. And it was so set up where, like, we stayed there, honestly, 2 weeks after they opened originally. Like, we were there when they first opened. So I saw it when it was all brand new and shiny. And we were staying in a studio. And my son at the time was like, I don't know, 6 or 7. He's 5 or 6. He was in kindergarten. And so we had a little human with us, and the room was so tight. Like, it wasn't that we had this big teenager with us. And then, so I didn't even like it then. I just thought the whole storage situation was bizarre, and the room was set up bizarrely. And at the time, they had the glass door for the bathroom. Like, you could see
What?
through, and then they changed those out. Yeah, it was supposed to be
Why?
frosted, but
Why would
let me
you
tell
do that?
this was the lightest. It was such a weird thing. When that hotel opened, everybody complained about it, and they changed it within like 6 or 7 months. But the frosting was so light on it, you could literally see someone like sitting on the toilet. It was so bad.
God.
It was so bad.
Oh, that's awful.
But yeah, and then we stayed a couple years ago, and when it was just rough, and I was like, I'm never staying here again. And we actually just went into it at 7 months. We were supposed to stay at the Grand Floridian, but we're staying there in July for the 4th trip. So rather than do a back-to-back Grand Floridian, I was just seeing what's available, and Bay Lake was available at 7 months. So we booked it.
You're going down for 4th of July, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be down there same time.
Are you?
Yeah,
Nice.
but I think we're gonna start at Universal. So I think we'll actually be at Universal for the 4th, and then we'll come over and we'll see. Right now I'm scheduled for Copper Creek, but I'm waiting for my 7-month mark, which is coming up at the beginning of December. And I think I'm gonna try for Animal Kingdom Lodge because we've never stayed there before. So I need to check it off my list.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll
Yeah.
be so fun. 4th of July. I mean, the fireworks are awesome. We went down this past year. We stayed at Pop Century this year.
Yeah.
But we were like, we want to stay right on the monorail, like, to see the fireworks from the hotel. So
Sure. All right. Well, Allie,
really cool.
this has been so much fun as always talking to you. Thank you so much for taking
So
such good
fun.
notes
Thanks for
on
having
such a
me.
long trip. Well, I know at some point you will be back. So listeners, go back, and if you need more Allie right now, listen to her past episodes. But Allie is a huge friend of the show, so I'm sure you will be back. And I just thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, as always, to Allie for being an amazing friend of the podcast and for continuing to join me on the show. As a reminder, Allie is now a travel agent with 1901 Main Street Travel, so you can reach out to her if you want help with your own magical vacation. Her information is in the show notes, and she would love to help you. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you have a magical week, and I'll see you back here for another fun trip report next week. In the meantime, keep daydreaming about where you long to be.